Significantly, while Australian Open organisers will turn to tiebreakers after just 12 games of the final set, Wimbledon has only recently moved to introduce conventional tiebreakers, but only until the match is deep into the final set and the score reaches 12-12. The controversial move for Melbourne had been expected for some time, but wasn't necessarily tipped to be implemented for next month's event. Australian Open Tournament director Craig Tiley defended the move and said the decision was reached after the most extensive consultation in the tournament's history. We went with a 10-point tiebreak at 6 games all in the final set to ensure the fans still get a special finale to these often epic contests, with the longer tiebreak still then allowing for that one final twist or change of momentum in the contest. Tiley said, "This longer tiebreak also can lessen some of the serving dominance that can prevail in the shorter tiebreak." Marathon matches in tennis have been a hot issue in 2018, mainly thanks to the grueling contest in the men's semis at the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club. John Isner, who famously spent more than 11 hours on court spread over 3 days to outlast Nicholas Mahut 70-68 in the 5th set at Wimbledon in 2010, was this year involved in an exhausting semi-final against Kevin Anderson before losing 26-24 in the decider. Novak Djokovic then defeated Rafael Nadal in the other semi, prevailing 10-8 in the 5th after 5 hours and 15 minutes on court. In October, Wimbledon bowed to widespread pressure and adopted tiebreakers. Loading, the Australian Open announced on Friday night that their preferred tiebreaker format, the first player to 10 points, would be introduced in January. But the news was met with almost universal condemnation across social media, with many fans lamenting the loss of the unpredictability that comes with uncertain finishing times of matches with advantage sets. Recently retired Australian tennis player Sam Groth tweeted, "2018 has been a sledgehammer to tennis history and traditions. Halep and Davis go deep into the 3rd set at the 2018 Australian Open. Credit: Alex Ellinghausen. Path World number 1 Simona Halep took to last year's Australian Open can't be replicated under the changes." Before losing to Caroline Wozniacki in a compelling women's final and later needing hospital treatment, the Romanian was twice pushed to the limit during her campaign, including edging Angelique Kerber 9-7 in the final set of their semi-final. After beating American Lauren Davis 15-13 in the 3rd round after nearly 4 hours on center court, Halep said post-match she was almost dead. "I never played the 3rd set so long. I was very happy I could stay and win it. I'm almost dead, but I'm happy we could show great tennis." The grueling Halep-Davis contest equaled the most games for a women's match in Australian Open history, tying the 1996 quarter-final between Chanda Rubin and Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, which Rubin won 6-4, 2-6, 16-14. Former American professional Rubin welcomed final set breakers for women's matches in Australia. "As proud as I am of the long tough matches I got through, it is no longer humane to watch athletes almost kill themselves to win," Rubin said on Twitter. "Many times, players don't realize the long-term toll a match takes. This is a good move that helps player well-being." Australian Open. Wimbledon is open. French Open. Scott Spitz began his full-time career at the age as an online sports reporter in 1999 before joining Sportal as the deputy editor of the AFL Telstra online network in 2002. Rejoined the online desk at the age in 2006 and was online sports editor between 2006 and 2016. Has covered 2 Olympics, Sydney 2000 and London 2012, numerous Australian Open tennis tournaments and several AFL Grand Finals. Reads the back page first. Golfer. Wannabe tennis star.